He is the Senior Director of AMD Worldwide Customer Field Support. Mr. Hampton's technical sales organization supports all of AMD's commercial solutions, including AMD EPYC for the data center, AMD Ryzen Pro for commercial client, and AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro and AMD Radeon Pro for workstations. A veteran at AMD, Mr. Hampton has spent over 20 years with the company, all in customer interface roles, spanning global and regional sales, channel sales, global and regional business development, regional marketing, as well as product management. He has acquired a deep understanding of the semiconductor business and built extensive experience working with different businesses and cultures across the world. Now today, he'll be sharing his topic, AMD's environmental sustainability and roadmap. So please join me to welcome Mr. John Hampton.
Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I want to thank Professor Tan as well for having us here today. Really been looking forward to this event. I, as you just heard, have been at AMD now for 20 years, and this is what I enjoy the most. It's getting out, traveling around the world, spending time with our partners, with our customers, learning from each other. And what an exciting time. Many veteran AMDers are here in the audience with us, and we were just talking about how exciting it is now. And there's always been challenges, ups and downs, but right now is one of the most exciting times I've ever experienced in my career here. We often hear from our CEO, Dr. Lisa Su, is famous for saying that we want to use all of our technology, all of this innovation to help solve the world's most important challenges. And in many ways, we are already doing that. In fact, a lot of our high-performance computing efforts were used throughout the pandemic to help fight against COVID. And many other examples of how we're just using HPC to truly change the world we live in. It's such a privilege to be a part of this. One of the biggest challenges we face, though, today, I think we could all agree, is sustainability. And we can all do our part to truly help make the world a better place today and certainly into the future. And so that's what I'm going to focus on here today, to talk about what we're doing with respect to sustainability in high-performance computing and in the data center. So I might just start with some goals that we have as a company to improve in this area, and then we're going to then transition and talk about what we're doing at a platform level to further improve sustainability as well. This is actually a new set of sustainability goals that we just launched very recently, and we refer to this as 30 by 25, very ambitious goals that we have to improve energy efficiency with our CPUs. And so we actually have a goal to improve 30 times by the year 2025, which represents 2.5 times acceleration, the industry trend. So you can see that AMD is taking this very seriously. We're not here to just purely ramp raw performance and compute. We're balancing it with energy efficiency along the way. And we know that this is a very present challenge here in Singapore. There are restrictions. There's in many ways too many data centers here. Power constantly becomes a bigger and bigger challenge that we all face. And so these are the goals that we set out. I can tell you that our previous set of goals was to grow 25 times from the year 2020. We actually exceeded those goals and continue to set even more aggressive goals in outpacing the industry in this particular area. So I actually want to now transition to talk a little bit more about what we're doing with our AMD EPYC CPUs, and then you'll also hear about some very exciting innovation that's happening on the GPU side with our AMD Instinct GPUs for the data center. So we're very proud of a lot of the leadership that we have with AMD EPYC. Of course, we are now in our 3rd generation EPYC, and I'll actually show you our roadmap here shortly that talks about Zen 4 and Zen 5. So we're very excited about the execution that we've had with this CPU roadmap, and it's resulted in well over 250 performance world records in a whole variety of workloads, many of which are in HPC. And I'd love to talk with you all about so many of the different workloads and applications where AMD EPYC is truly setting the pace, setting leadership in the industry. But it's also very important, again, that we're sharing with you some of the efficiency records. And when you look at things like Spec Power 2008 and Spec CPU 2017 energy metrics, these are how you measure energy efficiency. We now have set 10 world records with AMD EPYC in this particular area as well. So again, equal weighting to improving the raw performance in compute, the high performance computing, while maintaining energy efficiency along the way. And what's quite exciting is these records that I just showed you, in fact 10 spec energy records, are the same CPU that has been chosen by the Aspire 2A. I do want to congratulate you all. I know there's still work to do, but very exciting. Been hearing great things, talking with folks in the audience, in the hallways about the testing, and the data is actually coming in really nicely. Really excited about what this will mean, and so congratulations on the Aspire 2A. But this configuration that you have here is quite efficient, and we actually would love to partner with you and talk with you further about how you can help really all of the users of Aspire 2A to understand how efficient this really can be, and take advantage of all of the performance per watt capabilities that this AMD EPYC 7713, part of our codename Milan generation, third generation, based on the Zen architecture. So again, when we think about the Zen architecture, we actually are designing these from the grounds up, and when we do that, we very much have energy efficiency and sustainability in mind, always balancing the two together. And again, results do speak, and when we have these types of efficiency world records, it's something that we're quite excited about, that truly has been a result of just staggering innovation in this Zen architecture. And then if we look at this one step further beyond just what we've done with the CPU, and even just beyond Aspire 2A, this is perhaps the most exciting thing that we've seen now. You can see that this is the most recent Green 500 list released in June 2022. We're quite proud of the fact that the top 4 systems are all running on not only the AMD EPYC CPUs, but also our GPUs. And that combination of all of this AMD technology, which was designed in a way to work in an efficient way together, has really resulted in a quite compelling list here. In fact, 8 out of the top 10 Green 500 systems are running based on the AMD EPYC CPU as well. So this is quite an achievement that we're proud of, and it should really show all of you how serious we've taken this. But we're not at all satisfied with this. We want to continue to push the whole industry forward in this area. And so this is a huge focus area for us, all of our engineers at the company. I also just want to give you a bit of a glimpse for where we're going. This is our roadmap. Again, in many ways, we're really just getting started. We know humbly that we still have a lot of work to do, both the hardware and the software. And I'm actually going to show you where we're going on the software side as well. This is really the AMD EPYC CPU roadmap, but what I can tell you is the company has really doubled down in many ways by acquiring new, exciting innovation. We think about the largest acquisition in semiconductor history recently took place when AMD bought out Xilinx. So we have new, exciting IP that we can leverage there. In fact, Xilinx is very strong in things like AI. It will allow us to really improve the overall high-performance computing alongside AI moving forward. In fact, we recently just announced a very exciting innovation at the packaging level. You may be familiar with what we're doing with chiplets. We actually now will have the ability to use the AMD CPUs, GPUs, Xilinx FPGAs, and innovate right there at the packaging level. It's been described as the new motherboard in the industry. This is very important. We can actually leverage, for example, Xilinx AI chips and drop right onto the chip alongside our high-performance computing EPYC CPUs. So you can imagine this allows us to take a major step towards workload optimized solutions. So we can talk with our customers, work with our partners like NSCC, understand what types of workloads are you going to be pushing? What are the next generation innovation and pain points that we're trying to solve? And we now have this flexible approach with our chiplet packaging to choose the right set of innovation and IP that makes the most sense for those workloads. Very exciting about the adaptability and programmability that we now have with Xilinx and Pensando, another acquisition that AMD has recently made. You can see here that we will continue to offer more and more workload optimized solutions. So you may be familiar with our Milan X and soon to be Genoa X. This is 3D stacking where we offer significantly more cache for specific workloads that can take advantage of it. So high performance computing is certainly one of those, and again, it's important that we offer different types of solutions that better fit the workloads that our customers need to solve for. So there's more and more options that we're offering. Genoa is our 4th gen EPYC CPU that we're already starting to announce the capabilities of. I'll show you some of the initial performance projections for Genoa as well, but Bergamo as well is a very exciting product that we're offering even more core density, and certainly it's going to make a big impact not only in cloud native workloads and applications, but also in HPC as well. In fact, we're seeing some incredible HPL type performance with Bergamo. And then the Sienna is a product that we've also designed for telco, which is a big focus area. And you'll see the acquisition of Xilinx make a big impact there in telco and networking as well. But again, where we're going is actually already announced a 5th generation design known as Turin. And this again is our way of just really pushing the envelope. It's a new ground up design as well, and we'll continue to innovate. And what you'll see is this will be the next wave in energy efficiency and sustainability based on this Turin design. So it's important that we can continue to improve the energy efficiency and sustainability, and very excited to announce these performance projections here. Generationally, we're seeing over 25%. In fact, our recent projections are perhaps even closer to 30% performance per watt improvement in one generation, which is truly staggering. Now, one thing that will change is, this is true for our competition as well, is the power or the TDP for each CPU is actually on the rise. And this has really created a little bit of tension when we think about energy efficiency and sustainability. But what's very important to note is the performance per watt gains for the generation easily outweigh that. So there's so many things that we can do, and we would love to talk to you about next generation designs to take advantage of the increased performance per watt capabilities, the increased core density, memory bandwidth capabilities that we'll have. Really will completely change the way that we view HPC today. It really is incredible to think what Genoa is capable of. And again, the performance per watt capabilities will directly translate to our ability to design HPC clusters that really help with sustainability as well. So transitioning here for just a moment, we also want to just talk about what we're doing with our GPUs. And quite exciting to see the improvements that are being made each generation. We're pleased to actually be here with our competition, and we're very humbly know that we have a lot of improvements that we need to make in this area. Well, we certainly are, and it's really important that there is choice, and competition is good because we push each other to continue to innovate and provide you all better solutions, and that's exactly what we're doing. We currently have already shifted to the MI200 generation, and very excited to how we're seeing this will affect HPC and AI. In fact, one thing I can tell you is the fastest supercomputer in the world, known as Frontier, is actually based on these MI200 based GPUs. This is very, very important as well. And the supercomputing efforts really become a forcing function for the whole ecosystem. Because if you think about all the research, all the development that goes in, incredible amount of optimizations that are built around these CPUs and GPUs, and it ends up having a waterfall effect down through the industry. So all of these applications that you all use will have been optimized for these supercomputers. And again, they're developed in a way that are very green, efficient, and helpful for sustainability. So those optimizations will directly translate to more energy efficiency in the industry. And then finally, we're very excited about MI300, and I'll tell you a bit more about this. The team that's actually responsible for developing this product is actually right here in Singapore. And so there's an opportunity that we can partner on this. The innovation is quite exciting. This will actually be the first APU that we're going to be launching. So bringing the concept of a single chip design together in a way that we've really never seen. And this is really the direction the industry is going in. But really excited to talk about these types of performance improvements at 8 times expected AI training performance versus our previous generation. And again, humbly, we know we still have a lot of work to do, but this is really exciting to see these kinds of improvements with each generation, providing you all more choice in the industry. And you can see it's absolutely designed for improved performance, leadership, memory bandwidth, reduced latency, of course. And again, very important that it was designed for power savings compared to some of these other discrete implementations that we traditionally see. So again, very much a focus for us across all of these products. It's a unique opportunity that we have now with CPUs, GPUs, Xilinx. This APU allows us to bring something together that's even more integrated, further reducing latency, and most importantly for the topic here today, dramatically improving energy efficiency and sustainability. So part of our journey is really becoming more of a software company. This is where we're investing more than any other place. And you can see the current state. I'll show you the future state here in just a moment. But we've developed a full stack here, ranging from our accelerator cloud onto what we refer to as the Infinity Hub, where we have containerized HPC apps, machine learning frameworks that you all can take advantage of now today. This is available for you all to check out. We've of course built a very extensive ROCm software platform for developers, and you have everything in one place: compilers, libraries, development tools, APIs, etc. And all of this is brought in a way where it's fully validated, optimized systems. And so this is really what we have offered today, and we really encourage you all to take advantage of this, start using this software stack, and give us feedback on how we can improve further. But lastly, I just want to give you a quick glimpse of where we're going. And this is an area that we would actually offer to have some extended sessions on. There's a lot of detail here, but we wanted to share where we're going. It's so important, as I mentioned, we're bringing all this hardware together, again with our chiplet and packaging strategy, and as you saw, new APU designs. The same will be true on the software side. It's so important that we can bring all of this together with a unified stack. This is the direction that we're going in the industry. And this is exactly what our customers have been asking for. So we do want to have sessions with you all to discuss this vision that we have, as you can see, ranging from our CPU line onto GPUs, and now with our new adaptive technology SoCs from Xilinx. All of this has to come together in a very seamless way. You can see a reference to a lot of the overall optimized inference models on into the unified AI development, deployment tools, machine learning graph compilers, all the common library APIs that we have here. And again, today we have a ROCm stack, but we want to combine this with the software stacks that we have and have this operate in a very, very seamless way. So this is very, very exciting. And again, when you do this, when you bring all of this together, both the hardware and the software, the efficiency continues to improve with each generation in a very, very exciting way. It reduces latency, improves the overall performance. You can just imagine the level of integration for both the hardware and the software here. But I would conclude by saying, when it comes back to one of the world's most important challenges today, truly is sustainability. And I hope that this will help you see the major steps, the innovation, technology that we're using to not only just improve high-performance computing, but doing it in a very sustainable way. So with that, I want to pause and just ask you all if there's any other questions or comments from the crowd, and I would also invite you to talk with the AMD team afterwards, and we really look forward to working with you on Aspire 2A and future opportunities to partner with you on high performance computing. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hampton. So any questions from the floor? Just open up for questions. I just checked Slido, so there are no questions there, but anybody would like to ask questions via the microphone? Maybe, Hampton, just a simple question, because your topic's on sustainability.
Yes.
Do you see your customers telling AMD, like, hey, my chip has to be sustainable?
Yes, it's a great question, and more we talk with CTOs, CIOs that are putting new requirements for sustainability right into their requirements documents, RFPs, and tenders. And in many cases, executives are now actually being incentivized as one of their primary roles at the company is to have sustainability metrics in place. So this is very much a joint conversation we partner on, exchanging ideas, helping them understand what our innovation could do to solve some of these pain points. But it's actually very refreshing to see that they've joined with us and they're actually putting requirements in to not only, again, ramp the performance, but also to really improve sustainability. So we're seeing it more and more by the day.
Great, thank you. Any other questions on the floor? Final call? Okay, if not, please join me in saying thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chong and Hampton. Thank you.